What is up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you've had a fantastic week this week. You're back with Coach Morgan, and we are going to talk about stop looking for the quick fix today. I was listening into a room this morning on Clubhouse. As you guys know, that's where I start my mornings usually after I've done my DMs. I speak in some rooms and all that good stuff. And they were talking about, or someone presented a question that was around this supplementation or this product to take to help them with their fitness or their health or their weight loss, etc. And this is something I haven't really talked about before but it's so prevalent in the health and fitness industry, and everywhere we look, we see these things. And I saw it in the other day when I was grocery shopping. One of the magazines at the checkout had this title that was like something to do with this liver cleanse thing, something, I don't know. But there's all these quick fixes that you always see, these silver bullets to your quick success, to drop the weight or to gain the muscle or to whatever, do the thing. And there was a really great question posed in the conversation this morning that I think is something that is the foundation that I want everyone to think about. And this is what I ask a lot of people as well when they're very focused on outcome measures. As you guys know, I'm very big on let's set constraints for ourselves, right? Versus always just being so focused on outcomes, right? Outcomes of dropping 10 pounds, outcomes of I got to lift a certain weight, outcomes of whatever. We need to set more constraints for ourselves versus just being solely focused on the outcomes. And so the question that was actually posed to this individual was, what happens after you stop taking this magic supplement, this magic thing? What happens after, right? And that's a really important question for ourselves to ask, because you're promoted or you're pushed that taking this thing is going to do X, Y, and Z. But doesn't that mean that you then have to continue to take that thing for the entirety of your life? You have to continue to pay that company to take that supplement or to take that thing for the entirety of your life? That is very much passing the control outwards. And so what happens after? What happens after you're done taking it? Does everything just return back to how it was before? Maybe with some deeper, further complications because of that supplement. And this was the interesting thing, was when posed this question, when the coach posed this question to this individual of what happens after you stop taking this supplement? They actually said, well, I've stopped taking it because it was giving me adverse effects. I was feeling adverse effects from it already. And it was just very interesting to hear that realization, which was fantastic for that person to have that realization of well, this thing is already not really feeling great, right? And that's the thing with these quick fix mentalities or these silver bullets that, are going to do whatever, are going to make this magic thing happen. This isn't actually helping our body and our system. It's not something that is actually conducive for the long term. Right. And I know that saying that and acknowledging that is well, yeah, that makes sense. And we need to also shift our mind around it, because it's easy for us to get lost in the quick fix mentality. That's something we want it to be fast. And this is where I think it layers into not only just supplement side of things, but also our health and fitness side of things in regards to what we do on a regular basis in those journeys, right? The actual, actions that we take when it comes to our fitness, we even in that lens want to have this quick fix. How do I overcome this nagging shoulder injury? Give me something quick that fixes it, right? How do I get stronger in the shortest amount of time? We're always wanting this quick fix for things. And the realization and the thing that we need to understand is it's always going to be there. The journey is always going to be there. The process is always going to be there. That's why you hear the statement of enjoy the process, love the process, because what happens after? maybe you do take a quick fix, or you do something and it's a quick fix to get you to a certain thing. Then what? You still have to be a part of that process. You still have to show up and do the work. You still have to be there and present and acknowledge the next limitation or the next area of opportunity or the next hurdle. You still have to do the work. And so it's not about having a quick fix, because the quick fix isn't actually a quick fix. The quick fix is just the satisfaction of feeling like you've passed the buck, right? You've given the control elsewhere, and so it's not on you anymore. You've taken the onus off yourself, which I know that when we really sit with it, that's not what we want, right? We don't want to give up that control, even though maybe we're struggling for a period of time where we're just looking for something. And that's how a lot of these quick fixes, they sucker people in, because it's just, they're playing on that emotion of like, I've been dealing with this forever, and they maybe just haven't had the right connection to someone or found the right route to really tackle the problem, tackle the challenge that they are facing. And I know that that's tough. I respect that that's tough, because it's something that, when we're struggling through trying to change our body composition or trying to change our life in a certain way, it can get really tough. And these quick fixes just seem like, ooh, this is the best option. This is the way to go. But I'm here to tell you that there is another way. And yes, it involves you showing up just that little bit more. It involves you being present just that little bit more. It involves you acknowledging where you do have some areas of opportunity for yourself, where there are some triggers in your life that you can maybe re-engineer or reverse engineer to create new habits around, as opposed to reaching for that quick fix. Reaching for that thing that when it's done, you're still there. You still have to do the next thing. So take that control now. Acknowledge that you want that control in your life. Take control of your health and your wellness and your fitness and your mind. Be present with that. And stop looking for that quick fix, because it's not going to serve you long term. It's not going to show up for you when you need it the most. I know that for myself, over the years, there's been those emotions when I've had injuries, when I've had, ups and downs mentally, physically, where, yeah, you just want that quick solution. You want that thing in that moment, just because you're like, just kind of want out of this. I want out of this moment. But it's in digging into that moment a little bit more where you really start to learn about yourself. You really start to discover more about yourself, versus passing that control off to some quick fix that's promoted to do whatever the hell it's promoted to do. It's in those moments where, yeah, it's tough, it's hard, it's a struggle, but you start to identify more about yourself. You start to see and realize more about yourself. Like I said earlier, the individual that posed this question in Clubhouse this morning recognized that what they were taking, this quick fix supplement, was actually not making them feel very good in other ways. And it was that realization of like, okay, like this is a quick fix for this thing, maybe promoted that way, but I actually really feel like shit on it. And I feel like crap taking it. And it's not serving me. And that was a powerful realization for her to have, because then now they can step forward from there. Now they can actually connect with someone that can truly help them. They can connect with themselves, who can truly help them. So acknowledge the moment you're in. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's not going to feel tough at times. But don't reach for that quick fix. When you feel that urge or you feel that tendency, there's that trigger just to go for that quick fix, pull yourself back, pause for a moment, ask yourself, is this truly going to serve me after I'm done? And I guarantee majority of the time it won't. So stop looking for that silver bullet quick fix. They don't exist. What does exist is looking at the day-to-day things that you can control. Things like managing and controlling your stress, things like managing and improving your sleep, things like what you put in your mouth to eat, to drink, how you're actually absorbing foods and nutrients, how you're actually moving on a day-to-day basis. If you focus on getting 10 minutes of movement in, and then the next week, 15 minutes, 3 times in that week or so, and the next week, 20 minutes, and you just start to build out from there, guess what? Time is going to go by. You're going to feel better. You're going to move better. Your body's going to respond better, way better than any quick fix, promotion thing, crap supplement that's out there is ever going to do for you. So focus on those tangibles. Focus on that sleep, on that recovery, on the movement. Just something in your day in that regards. Knowing that this is a life thing. This is I want to be 100 years old and still able to touch my toes and go for a walk and do the things that I want to do. No quick fix is ever going to give you that. Function better.